These are creepy TikToks that will make you rethink your whole reality.
Number 2. Tumors. It's the last thing you want to hear in a doctor's office, and in general, it's just bad. But this is gonna make it worse. It's been documented for a lot of people that have had tumors removed, that they have had teeth, hair, and even eyes.
Screamer is filming in this tunnel. I'm gonna go check it out. What the hell? Hello?
I'm back, it's your boy F-I-T-T-I to the E, and today we're looking at these compilations together. So grab your water, your popcorn, whatever you want. Just subscribe and like the video so it gets pushed to way more people. Let's just aim for 1,000 likes this video. If you like the chain, check the link down below. 99% of these are free right now, so you guys can cop up. We also have sunglasses, so if you guys like sunglasses, also check those out. I do also want to say a big thank you to Dustin for the $10 donation. It says 5 right here, but he donated twice. Hermes for the $10 donation, and Suzanne for the €2 donation. Thank you all for the donations, and if you want to be in this segment of my video, drop the super thanks. Should be like right here.
Maria Flores had posted the following video and states that the footage isn't hers, but rather someone else's. According to her, someone had sent her the video with very little information. Now the video itself is pretty creepy. The person who sent it states that their sister-in-law was recording a video at a carnival in Africa. However, something very strange was caught on camera by the sister-in-law who shot this. It wasn't until later that she noticed what she had caught. Pay very
Yeah, so I guess bro just saw like a witch. Yo, not gonna lie, I don't think it's even that deep for real.
Disclaimer before this video, because this story is very emotionally distressing. It's going to be about a mother that communicates with her son's spirit. So I didn't want any of y'all walking into anything that you don't want to see. So yeah, this is the warning.
At least he warned us.
Hoped it would never affect my kids. Whole brown outline of his body and his head was here.
What?
Go outside.
Heavy warning on this episode, because it's going to be deeply disturbing, graphic, and sad. This is Karen McDonald, and this is her son, Michael. He's 27 years old, and he's high-functioning autistic. Many years ago, they moved into a house, and this house has such an unbelievably heavy energy. They would have paranormal experiences, like doors opening and closing, they would see apparitions, but it's nothing that they couldn't handle. But unfortunately, very soon after they moved in, tragedy would strike for the entire family. One day, Michael would go over to his father's house, and it was there he learned to load and shoot. Later that day, as he came home, he snuck an antique .38 with him. That night, he went upstairs by himself into the bathroom. He closed the door, stood in the shower, and...
Why?
Since this incident, the energy in the house just got unbelievably intense. No one could walk up the stairs. When you do, it feels like your body has been plunged into freezing water.
Can't get past like the 6th stair. It feels like, you know, when you jump in cold water in your lungs. I get that and I can't breathe. I can't go in there, I can tell you that much. It hurts.
neck and chest get tight, and then it feels like you just can't breathe. They can feel Michael's energy and a sorrow that is so intense it puts them to their knees. No one would go up the stairs. But 2 weeks after the incident, Karen got a strange feeling. Something was calling her to go upstairs and into Michael's room. Following her instinct, she did, and she winded up looking in his closet. It was there she found a note, which I cannot say the contents of, but I can say one thing, and that's that Michael blamed his father.
Damn.
Everyone around Karen would start to pass away. Any man that stepped foot in this house would have an untimely passing. Her fiance, her grandparents, and they would all die. Everything is being completely ripped away from Karen. The only person that she has left is her daughter. And to make things worse, they know that their son is trapped in this house. And he's trapped with something that was there before him. Something that is evil. Even just watching episodes on this house, you can feel just how horrible it is in there. This story is absolutely brutal. So they reach out to a crew and sidekicks to attempt to communicate with Michael. They just want closure and they want to help him move on. So they set up, they wait for it to be night, they walk up to the stairs, turn on the equipment, and start calling out. And Michael is extremely active.
Michael, can you see us?
Say something, it was him.
What?
It sounded like him. Oh, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing so good.
Michael, can you give them a message? Mom.
Oh, he said mom.
That's what it sounded like. I heard Mom.
Oh, baby, you're doing good.
Getting all of these amazing responses. And then Zach Bagans is sitting on the stairs when he suddenly freaks out. Something grabbed his butt. So he tells them what happened, and they say, when we were outside, we told Michael to grab you in that exact spot.
Okay, it's okay. Something touched me back here.
We asked him to do that when we were outside. We specifically asked Michael to touch you on your butt.
Michael,
Why your butt?
the activity and emotions are so intense that most of them can't even handle it. And eventually, the sidekick gets there and they go into the bathroom. The same bathroom that Michael pulled it not too long ago.
You gotta mute
He
that.
begins to feel Michael's energy and pick up exactly what he was feeling the day of. But suddenly, he picks up something more sinister.
That was the mail. It's not good. The mail wants him to stay here. Son of a... The mail wants him to stay here, and the woman doesn't. The woman's trying to help him cross.
We don't know what this is, but it's theorized that it could be Karen's husband. But it's likely that there is something else, because the activity was there before anyone had passed away. I've been doing a ton of looking to try to figure out more about this entire situation, but as far as I know, the last public thing is them clearing the house. They ran through it with Sage and tried to communicate with Michael to let him know that it's okay to leave. I can't find Karen anywhere, so I don't know how she's doing. But I had to share this story because of how crazy it is. Communicating with her lost son. And yeah, sorry for the sad stuff, but you know, sometimes we just gotta do that. And rest in peace to Michael, rest in peace to Karen's husband. I hope that everyone moves on.
Damn, bro. His dad showed him how to load a pistol, then he just offed him. So, yo, that's messed up, man. That should be a lot of pressure on the father. I wonder, like, how, as a father, someone would feel. Because I'm not a dad, but, like, that should be tragic for the whole family. R.I.P. him. May his family recover and his soul rest in peace.
This screen grab posted on the Meme Droid website by Trollcom1 seems to have captured an especially eerie
What?
and
Look
inexplicable
at the mirror and then look at
supernatural
her.
reflection. While some creepy photos have clear or at least plausible explanations that dismiss any idea of paranormal activity, it seems that even skeptics might have a hard time debunking this one. The photo appears to have been originally posted so the uploader could show off a quilt that she's just made. The girl is seen posing on her bed with the quilt pulled up to her chin. She looks directly at the camera, but she's not the only one to do so. If you take a look at the mirror behind her, you can see that her reflection also appears to be staring at the camera. However, this might not be the case at all. It seems that the girl in the mirror might actually be someone else. At least one keen-eyed viewer thinks he's spotted some very slight differences in the position of the quilt and the girl's face. While a clever Photoshop job might explain the mystery of this photo, there are no indications that it's been edited in any way. Could there really be something supernatural responsible for this bizarre image? Unfortunately, there's very little information available, which makes it difficult to comment any further. That said, this is certainly a very creepy photo, and without a good explanation, viewers may never know the true identity of the mysterious girl in the mirror.
This very strange video is circling the internet of what's supposed to be this very strange phenomenon happening in the middle of the ocean. A couple of people inside of a boat captured it on camera. I'm going to show you guys the entire video. Some people are relating this to underwater volcanoes, but I'm not exactly sure if this is the case. I'm going to show you guys the video. You tell me what you think is going on here. Check this out.
What is that? Oh, that's weird. I would be terrified if I saw that.
Pay attention, look at the size of this thing.
Touch it. I would be like, what?
Look at this over here.
It does look like dirt though, I'll say that. It does look like dirt.
What's going on here, guys? What is your...
I know that guy doesn't really think that it's like underwater volcano, but like it does look like dirt. Like if you really look at it, you can see like the little dirt crumbs coming off into the water. But if it's not dirt, I don't know what it could be. I would say a spaceship, but I don't think a spaceship decomposes underwater unless it's supposed to. Nah.
The following video shows footage of a barbershop during business hours when suddenly all the barbers inside the shop encounter something beyond belief. Barber T had obtained this recording from the security camera inside the shop after experiencing this creepy encounter. Here's the footage that was posted by him, along with the text-to-speech voice explaining the video's events. Be sure to look closely for this one, as something else happens that a lot of viewers missed the first time. Take a look.
So we just realized the barbershop is haunted. I didn't notice the door moved at first. Pay attention to the door. It was all jokes and giggles until... My boy John was super spooked, and so was I. The shop is for sale now if someone is interested.
A door all of a sudden opens on its own, and then promptly closes itself seconds later.
Nah.
It continues to do this until stopping about a minute later. The barbers were left spooked, as seen on camera. Now something else happens in this video that you might have missed. At the start of the video, we see the door opening for the first time. It is around this time though that a transparent figure passes by the TV. Whatever this is, viewers believe that it may be responsible for the strange activity. But things are only getting started because what happens next is just downright creepy. An hour later, one of the barbers approaches the door when the following happens.
Imagine he gets sucked in.
What you're about to see is some aggressive paranormal activity.
Let's see it.
I really didn't want to touch the door handle.
Yo! Yo, the barber's like, I'm out of here, bro. Fuck no. I can't blame him.
Look at everyone's reaction. I pulled up the camera angle from the back room, and everything was thrown everywhere.
Hell no.
Like most viewers, Barber T doesn't know what to make of this. Now, it could be that a draft was responsible for the door's movement, but if that were the case, then the door would follow a somewhat consistent pattern of opening and closing. This isn't the case here, as it opens and closes as though someone or something is doing this. But, like always, it's up to you to decide as to what this might be. Ghost or not. Feel free to let me know what you think.
In my head, I'm thinking, like, honestly, probably a ghost. I was gonna say the wind, but hell no, that doesn't even make logical sense. So yeah, probably like some poltergeist, a ghost, a witch, you know, maybe like Chucky. I don't know what you think. Put it down in comments. Man's just walking.
Upon hearing an eerie sound coming from a tunnel, a young man decides to go inside and investigate. I bet he wishes he never after what he sees.
People
check
always
this out.
do that, bro.
Filming in this
Come on,
tunnel.
dude.
I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm gonna go check it out. You know, I think someone's like getting murdered. Let me just go look real quick. Dude, you good? Like, what is he expecting right now?
What the hell? Hello?
He keeps going. Nah, you deserve that one, bro. You deserve that one. Yeah, nah, he deserve it, bro. You hear something going like that, you gonna investigate? Why? He deserved that one. He didn't get hurt, so I'm gonna say that jump scare was well deserved to you, sir.
One of those pictures. One of the pictures where you don't see it at first, right? This photo comes out of Wisconsin State University. It's from 2012 and it was taken by Aaron Silva. What looks like just an abandoned hallway, if you look very close to the back left, you'll see it. The outline of a person who had been watching him from around the corner. For context, this was a very common tradition at this school. A lot of people would dare each other to go inside the abandoned infirmary that was just off campus. You go inside using just a flashlight, and whoever stays in the longest eventually wins. But Aaron was never going to make it out. After more than an hour had passed, his friends eventually became concerned, and they go in looking for him, where they found him and described him as cut from the mouth down to the center of his chest. This was a hugely disturbing case for police, but they eventually do retrieve his phone, and they zero in on this picture, a picture which they believe shows who might have done this to Aaron. And if you increase the brightness, you can see the outline even better.
Yeah, nah, that's terrifying. RIP him, though. Gotta be careful, man.
These are some extremely
unsettling facts.
And I found all these on Reddit. Number one is the tragic story of Joyce Vincent. Joyce Vincent was a normal person like anybody else who lived in an apartment by herself until she tragically passed away in 2003. Joyce's body would remain in her apartment for 3 years. And the only reason the police found her was because a cop was in the building and noticed a foul stench coming out of her room. Number two, tumors. It's the last thing you want to hear in a doctor's office, and in general, it's just bad. But this is gonna make it worse. It's been documented for a lot of people that have had tumors removed, that they have had teeth, hair, and even eyes. And finally, body balloons.
What?
If your body is left uncured or untouched for a long enough period of time after you have passed away, the gases within your stomach will begin to swell. And one day, eventually, they will pop. Kind of makes you wonder what happened to Joyce in her apartment. Okay, I'm done, because these ones were grossing me out, but I guess that's why.
R.I.P. Joyce, but what do you mean by them tumors be having teeth, eyes? Like, what? That makes me, like, question everything.
Can you do the crying clown? Disclaimer,
her eyes.
Clowns, this story might not be for you. This story is an old Japanese urban legend, and it goes like this. There was a child walking to school one day down a lone country road. No wind was blowing, and there was no sound, not even birds chirping. It was dead silent. As the child got further down the road, they felt somebody watching them, so they turned around, and they saw a clown along the horizon running towards them at full speed. They continued walking, yet every time they turned around, the clown was closer. When they stopped walking, the clown stopped walking, but when they started walking, the clown started running. Eventually, the child got closer and closer to school and decided to run the rest of the way to the schoolhouse. Once they reached the gates to school, something grabbed their shoulder. It was the clown, and he said in a playful voice, "I got you." Yet the clown had tears streaming down his face. He then pulled out a knife and said, "Next time I catch you, I'll have to kill you. See you again." And walked away.
The threat right there is crazy. He said, "The next time I see you, I'm gonna have to kill you. See you again." Yo, that's crazy. I look at him like,
this family's 2 dogs killed their 2 kids.
damn.
A couple days ago, 2 pet pit bulls killed 2 very young girls. Their mom, whose name is Christy Bernard, was also injured while trying to save her daughter and son. Nobody knows what triggered the attack and why their pet dogs killed them. What makes this story extremely sad is that these kids' mother tried to save them, but it was too late. And she had to watch as her 2 pet dogs killed her kids. Further details of this extremely disturbing event have yet to come out. The 2 pet pit bulls have been taken away to local animal control department, but it's unclear if they have been put down yet.
Damn, RIP those kids, bro. You know how crazy that should be as a mom? She was probably just like, damn, RIP them kids, bro.
Really want to talk about this photo. A security guard at the Bryson Avenue Mall located in Virginia took this photo in 2011. It would later be turned into police, but the woman seen here was never found. For context, the security guard's name was Sean Mercado, and he worked the night shift at this mall. But the mall had been having strange things happening for like weeks. Like on after hours, there are store alarms going off, but nobody's ever found. They're hearing people run through the mall, but again, they never see anybody. Until one night when Sean Mercado goes out to have a cigarette, he's just kind of patrolling the parking lot, and he goes back to enter through the employee entrance when he saw this woman staring back at him from inside the mall. He takes a photo for proof, and then he radios for backup, and he goes in after her. He claimed to chase her as fast as he could, but he eventually lost her inside that mall. And despite a police investigation, she would never be found.
Yeah, that picture of her was kind of scary. But I mean, he's a security guard, so he probably was like, hey, what the?
Legend or lie, the Petrified Forest. Escalante Petrified Forest State Park in Utah is beautiful. Some of the trails you can embark on will lead you to fascinating and beautiful pieces of wood. You may be tempted to take one or a piece of one home with you. Don't. This petrified wood comes with a curse. Burnt down houses, financial ruin, severe illness, cancer, even death have all been attributed to the curse of the petrified wood. Hundreds of pieces are sent back a year after a string of rotten luck suffered by the people who stole them. Allegedly, once the wood was returned, their lives went back to normal. In this circumstance, it doesn't really matter if you think this is a legend or a lie. It is illegal to steal this wood from the state park regardless. Just leave the wood alone. I wouldn't want you to get cursed.
Yeah, I definitely would not trouble that wood like whatsoever. I would be like, you know what? The wood could stay there. I can buy some wood at Home Depot. I think I'm good. But what I'm trying to think about is like, if they sell that wood, would that mean the people they sell it to have bad luck also?
Detectives said that this twisted case was unlike anything they had ever seen. This is the bizarre case of the Tangled Web. In the fall of 2012 in Omaha, Nebraska, Dave Krupa met a beautiful woman named Carrie Farver. She brought her car into his auto repair shop, and the mechanic was immediately attracted to her. The two headed off and began seeing each other. One night after a date, they drove back to Dave's place where they ran into Dave's ex, Liz Gollier. Liz had shown up to pick up some of her things as the two had recently broken up. They said hello and Liz left. And Carrie and Dave were a really great fit. Neither were looking for anything too serious and just wanted to have fun. Carrie herself had a son and was trying to get her life back on track after struggling with some mental health issues in years past. Things were going really well, and Dave said he was beginning to fall for Carrie. Then one day in early November, Dave left for work as Carrie stayed at his apartment and worked. A few hours later, Dave got a text from Carrie asking if the two should move in together, which was out of the blue. Dave said no, and then got a text back saying, "Fine, I don't want to see you again, go away. I'm dating someone else, I hate you." Dave was really confused. This seemed very out of character for Carrie. But he thought the two were over. Shortly after, Dave started receiving strange and threatening messages from Carrie's phone and emails. The messages stated that she was watching him from outside his window and knew things going on inside Dave's apartment. The messages wouldn't stop. It appeared Carrie was stalking Dave. She said that she had his spare key and was letting herself into his apartment when he was gone. Really weird stuff. The messages were constant and relentless. Liz, Dave's ex, showed him messages and appeared that Carrie was stalking her as well. On the other side of town, things were getting very concerning for Carrie's family and her son when they too started receiving strange messages from Carrie's phone. Messages saying that she was quitting her job and that she had moved to Kansas. Even stranger, they could never get Carrie on the phone. Just these weird, cryptic messages. Time passed, and when Carrie didn't even show up for her own father's funeral, the family knew something was very wrong. And you will not believe what happened next. Go to part 2. Insane. This is the Tangled Web case, part 2. Carrie Farver hadn't been seen in person in months, and family and police were alarmed when her car was later found abandoned in a parking lot. The car was clean, no sign of Carrie, except there was one unidentified fingerprint. And on Dave's end, things were getting worse and worse. He'd even gotten a new phone, and somehow the stalking texts from Carrie kept coming. Things took a strange turn when one day, Liz's house was set on fire, her many pets lost in the blaze. Liz said it had to have been Carrie who did this. And the stalking and harassing continued for years. Until April 2015, a detective named Ryan Avis began looking into the case. Carrie's family had contacted investigators beforehand, but they really didn't take it seriously, because they had Dave and Liz reporting that she was stalking them. But Detective Avis had a hunch and was suspicious that no one had seen Carrie in such a long time. Something wasn't right. One day, Detective Avis came into work to find Liz at the police station. Instead of filing a complaint against Carrie, as she had done so many times before, she was there to tell police that another one of Dave's ex-girlfriends was now stalking her too. Finally, police began to question everything. What if it was actually Liz behind all this, and not Carrie? And if that's the case, then what happened to Carrie? Police began investigating, and what they found is nauseating. They eventually found out that Liz was the one who had been sending all those messages to Dave and Carrie's family the entire time. She had been posing as Carrie for years, and did it all in a ruse to get back with Dave. The shocking revelation led to one question. What did Liz do to Carrie? Police linked that fingerprint found in Carrie's car to Liz and uncovered a memory card of Liz's that contained a disturbing photo. The photo appeared to show Carrie passed with the same distinctive tattoo Farver had on her foot to identify her. It's believed that Liz attacked Carrie that morning that Dave started receiving those strange text messages from Carrie's phone, and then Liz went on to impersonate her for years.
That's
Police
so
believe
weird,
it took Liz
bro.
at least 40 to 50 hours a week to keep up with the stalking and harassing text messages. And she burned her own house down. With the photo evidence, the print found in Carrie's car, and a mound of other evidence from Liz's computers, she was charged and convicted, and sentenced to life behind bars. And Carrie has never been found. Dave was shocked and disgusted by the whole thing and claimed he had no idea. Goodbye, Liz. I pray for Carrie's family. What are your thoughts on this case?
Nah, that case was crazy. It's like, bro, is it really that serious for you to do that, bro? She said she was putting in mad hours a week just to impersonate her. You know, all those hours she took impersonating this other female, she could have used it to move on, better her life, get more money, open new opportunities, but instead she used it to stalk her ex. Come on, bro, just move on, bro. That's a sad case. That's a sad case. I don't recommend stalking or none of that, and to me that's just weird. But anyways, just remember that these chains are free for a limited time only. Also, the sunglasses are booming too. I know you guys been loving the sunglasses, so make sure you cop up. Like, look at that. Make sure you get one. Like, look, sunglasses are booming. But if you like the video, just remember to like the video. Let's try to hit 1,000 this video. Peace out.